The Fantastic Beasts saga quickly morphed from a charming creature feature into a sprawling political drama. Critics and fans alike lamented the increasingly convoluted plots. Too many characters and underdeveloped subplots left viewers scratching their heads. The narratives became dense and difficult to follow. This complexity detracted from the simple joy of discovering magical creatures. The initial charm was lost in a labyrinth of political intrigue. Some argue that the screenwriters tried to cram too much into each film. The result was a series of movies that felt bloated and unfocused. The core narrative suffered from this overambition. The Fantastic Beasts element, initially the heart of the series, became a secondary concern. The films increasingly resembled a prequel to the Harry Potter saga. This change in focus alienated a significant portion of the audience. Newt Scamander, initially the protagonist, became a supporting character in his own franchise. His passion for magical creatures was overshadowed by the grander narrative. The series lost its unique identity. The films struggled to find a consistent tone. The whimsical nature of magical creatures clashed with the darker themes of rising fascism. This tonal imbalance created a jarring viewing experience. The films often felt unsure of whether they wanted to be a children's adventure or a mature political thriller. This lack of clarity undermined the overall impact of the story. The tonal shifts were often abrupt and disorienting. The Fantastic Beasts films introduced several continuity errors and retcons that contradicted established Harry Potter lore. These inconsistencies angered dedicated fans who valued the integrity of the wizarding world. Plot points and character arcs sometimes clashed with previously established facts. The Secrets of Dumbledore faced particular criticism for attempting to retroactively fix issues from previous installments. These attempts often felt clumsy and unconvincing. The retcons only served to highlight the series' narrative problems. The inconsistencies raised questions about the filmmakers' understanding of the Harry Potter universe. The errors undermined the credibility of the Fantastic Beasts series. The continuity issues were a constant source of frustration for fans. Several characters were introduced but never fully developed. Their motivations remained unclear, and their arcs felt incomplete. This lack of depth made it difficult for viewers to connect with them. Characters often appeared and disappeared without explanation. Their roles in the story felt arbitrary and underdeveloped. The series suffered from a lack of compelling character arcs. The focus on the Dumbledore-Grindelwald conflict overshadowed the development of other characters. Newt Scamander and his companions were often relegated to supporting roles. The character development was sacrificed for the sake of the larger plot. Some felt that the Fantastic Beasts series was an unnecessary expansion of the Harry Potter world. The original series had a satisfying conclusion, and the new films felt like a forced continuation. The franchise may have overstayed its welcome. The films have been criticized for creating confusion about the morality within the wizarding world. The lines between good and evil became blurred, and the characters' actions often lacked clear justification. The moral ambiguity undermined the series' message. The portrayal of Dumbledore's past and his relationship with Grindelwald raised ethical questions. The films struggled to reconcile Dumbledore's heroic image with his questionable choices. The moral complexities were not always handled effectively. The series introduced morally ambiguous characters without providing sufficient context or explanation. This lack of clarity made it difficult for viewers to understand the characters' motivations. The moral confusion detracted from the overall narrative. The role of Grindelwald was portrayed by 3 different actors, which didn't help the film's continuity. This casting instability reflected the series' overall lack of direction. The production issues contributed to the series' downfall. The negative reviews highlighted the series' narrative problems, character issues, and tonal inconsistencies. Critics questioned the series' direction and its overall value. The critical consensus was largely negative. Fans criticized the series for its convoluted plots, underdeveloped characters, and inconsistencies with established lore. Many felt that the films betrayed the spirit of the Harry Potter universe. The fan disappointment was palpable. Critics pointed to the series' narrative incoherence, character deficiencies, and tonal inconsistencies. They argued that the films lacked a clear vision and purpose. The critical analysis was scathing. The series' focus on political intrigue and its neglect of magical creatures alienated many fantasy fans. They felt that the films betrayed the spirit of the fantasy genre. The fantasy community's expectations were not met. Casual viewers, unfamiliar with the Harry Potter universe, found the Fantastic Beasts series to be confusing and unengaging. The film's complex plots and underdeveloped characters made it difficult for them to connect with the story. The casual viewers were lost. The Fantastic Beasts series, despite its initial promise, ultimately failed to live up to expectations. The films were plagued by narrative problems, character issues, and behind-the-scenes controversies. The series' downfall serves as a cautionary tale for franchise expansions. The series' failure highlights the importance of strong storytelling, compelling characters, and a clear vision. The Fantastic Beasts saga lacked these essential elements. The series' demise was a result of its own shortcomings. The Fantastic Beasts series will be remembered as a magical mishap, a cautionary tale of ambition gone awry. The series' legacy is one of disappointment and unrealized potential. The franchise's future remains uncertain.